Move straight to tennis now, the Estoril Open. Right there, Juan Martín del Potro returns. He is into the second round of the Estoril Open. He was able to beat Yuichi Sugita. That's the Japanese guy we've been talking about. But somehow, you know, when he's meeting bigger opponents on clay, well, somehow he just couldn't hold the phone. 6-1, 6-3. Smooth victory.
Easy as you like for Juan Martín del Potro. I mean, this season hasn't been... It's been a checkered, start for Del Potro on the ATP tour, but it's good to see him, return to winning ways. And Del Potro returned to Portugal for the first time since winning back-to-back Portugal Opens in 2011, 2012. Obviously, the reason for that long wait and absence is because of his injury worries. But it seems to be over that now. He's playing some good tennis. So Juan Martín del Potro through to the second round of the Estoril Open.
And just the manner in which he flew through the first set, 3 breaks of serve, and that was all he needed in the first
29
set.
minutes.
29 minutes.
What a
he
rush.
was out of it.
What a
in
rush.
the second set, Sugita did hold the break points at the start of the second set, but then, well, he had to tell him that he has won a Grand Slam before, which was in 2009, and it was even Roger Federer he defeated to win that US Open. Then that was what actually gave him that advantage, and he won 6-1, 6-3.
Correct. So Juan Martín del Potro moving on, still playing well at the Estoril Open in Portugal. Yeah.
Now we'll move to athletics. Now, you know the story that been making waves around and everything concerning the fact that European body have decided that they want to make a recommendation to IAAF, all the records that have been set in athletics, all of them should be erased because they feel they want to bring in another, a kind of a higher standard for athletes. So they know that athletes who will make any record, all the athletes are clean. And the whole thing, looked very funny because it's those athletes who made record from 2005 now that it will be advantage then. So if your record had been set before that time and they can't keep your blood sample for up to 10 years, because of technology at that time. So it simply means what you're proposing is the fact that that record will no longer be there. It will be there, but then you won't call it like a world record. Something.
Basically, what they're doing is they're stripping them of their records. I mean, there's not two ways about it.
I didn't want to use that word.
Any world record, European record set before 2005 is in danger of being wiped out, however you want to call it. And it's always going to be very controversial because some of these guys insist they're innocent, they haven't done anything wrong. I mean, the likes of Paula Radcliffe has come out as well, so she's come out to strongly criticize this move by the European athletics. And you have, in the same vein, you have someone like Darren Campbell, who used to be a great athlete for Team GB as well. So he's come out to say this is for the greater good of athletics. And so for me, Cecilia, it's always going to be very controversial. We'll see how this pans out. The proposals have been made, but the IAAF still need to, ratify this particular situation. One of the guys that has been actually reacting to this move by the European athletics is Steve Cram, that's former 1,500 meters champion. Let's listen to him.
The criteria now are fairly strict, and the final, I'm very happy with that. That any record now can only be done by an athlete who is within the testing pool, has been tested regularly, and that the samples that are collected from that athlete can be tested 10 years into the future. And that's fine because that's where we are now. But you can't then try and say, well, because we can't apply those criteria to 2002 or 1995 or 1983, that somehow those performances aren't equally as valid. And so, yes, we've got stricter criteria now, but it also doesn't guarantee that people won't continue to cheat and try and beat the new criteria going forward. So what are we going to do in 10 years from now? Have another set of records? Draw another line every 5 years or every 10 years because new ways of testing have come out and we're finding more cheats? As I said, I'm not sure it really grapples with the problem. There are more things they could be doing than just redrawing the records. It's a clumsy approach, and I don't think it's really tackling the basic issue of drugs in our sport and drugs in sport. I don't think it's going to stop any cheats of the future. And as I said, there's a lot of innocents for now who were record holders who will no longer be so.
Okay, that's our former 1,500 meters champion, Steve Cram, definitely disagreeing with those proposals made by the European Athletics Association. So we'll see how this one pans out. I will keep close tabs on it, and we'll see, because it's a very controversial one, no doubt about it.
I'm not happy about it as well.